I think my hairpiece is out the way. You all come in. Um, come in, right? In another location, but I'm reading on some things, and now more than ever, I feel like I need to live stream as often as I can, not for entertainment purposes, not for educational purposes. I mean, only for educational purposes, because this is the thing, people. This time is different, right? And I say this every time I live stream, that this is not to scare you, but this is rather to prepare you, right? So you all come in, hit that thumbs up if you are watching on YouTube. This is a very sincere live stream. Um, I'm traveling. Hello, Six Figure Mom, preneur. And Todd said LFG. Todd, I don't know what LFG means. Let me know, Todd. I might be a little bit behind. What's LFG? But this time is different. I'm gonna keep saying it and reorienting myself. This time it is different. I'm reading on Yahoo Finance right now, for example, and let me know if you all can hear me pretty well, because I don't have my AirPods, and I don't have um, my headphones connected. Todd, okay, Todd, I got you. Todd, this is a sincere live stream, and I'm sounding the alarm for people. I'm traveling, and I stopped by a convenience store to get gas, and I'm talking to the cashiers there. Again, somebody give me a sound check. Let me know how the sound is. And we were talking about the Biden administration that decided to remove nicotine for cigarettes. And so the cashier told me, she said, yes, she pointed at a pack of cigarettes. She said, these cigarettes, once we sell out, we can't sell them again. And she said everything else is going to have less nicotine that's already passed. Now, I'm not an advocate for cigarette smoking or any type of smoking that will affect your lungs, right? In that case. But the point I'm making is people are, for the people, thank you, Todd, that's used to smoking cigarettes, and they have less nicotine, and then you combine it in hard financial times, the result can be civil unrest. Same thing with meat shortage. The same thing with meat shortage. I know if you're a vegan, you might say, well, meat is unhealthy anyway, but I don't want you to think about you right now. I want you to think about people that are meat eaters. If you made the transition to vegan or vegetarian, then you know that going without meat causes side effects. It causes headaches. It causes stress. It causes you not to be as temperament as you would be had you been on your normal diet. And so, not to have access to that um, by force, not by choice, by force, will cause civil unrest, right? And people, I just read Yahoo Finance that said $3 trillion worth of Americans' retirement was lost in the stock market crash. Let me see if I can pull it up. $3 trillion, and this is why I have been faithfully live streaming and telling people that people are going to lose years off of their retirement, um, and which means another stress level is coming, and 3 trillion retirees from the stock market crash. Here it is, I'm pulling it up. Good evening, Gwen and Samuel. Samuel, that's fine. You feel much better after you stop eating meat. That's not my point. I'm glad you feel much better. But you made that decision. When people that do not make that decision are forced, because Samuel, if you're honest about it, you can say, I feel much better after I stopped eating meat. But if you tell people the process of the transition, you had some setbacks. You had some days where you did not feel good, that you had to press through that. You had some days where you had headaches, or you had some repercussions of that. If you were, and you had to be mentally tough enough and ready, and that was a decision you made. I'm talking about when people are forced to, and they don't mentally want to. Retirement, Yahoo Finance, right? Savers lose over 3 trillion in the stock market retreat. Right, being forced to do something and doing it on your own is two different things. And so the S&P 500 has slumped over 20%. The Dow Jones Industrial has fallen over 16%. NASDAQ dumped more than 28%. As a result, right, Americans lost 1.4 trillion. Y'all, we have 4 ones. 1111. I just switched to 122 people. 1.4 trillion in their 401ks accounts, and another 2 trillion in IRAs, according to the retirement research at Boston College. 1.4 trillion in the 401ks, 2 trillion in the IRA account. So that means people have to work longer than expected. People, let me let you all listen to this. I was listening to this on YouTube. Let me allow you all to listen in. I want you all to listen.
Just like there's inflation here, although as I talked to Christine Lagarde and others, they say the cause of the inflation may be different. So if the causes are different, they say that maybe demand here, but not a case of demand there, is to resolve inflation in Europe. For example, I was in Moldova, 30% inflation rate, gas $15 a gallon, Turkey 80% inflation rate, gas $13 a gallon.
Okay, I don't know if you all can hear that well, but he said in Turkey, gas was $13 a gallon. In another country, $15 a gallon. See, in order to understand what's going to happen in America, you have to realize what's happening already in the world. We have been privileged in America. God has greatly blessed America, right? And we have been privileged here. And most people do not think, and God knows I'm not trying to stop your summer fun. I'm not trying to stop people from traveling. I'm not trying to stop people from YOLO. You only live once. What I am saying, people, this is serious and bigger than most Americans are taking it. $15 a gallon gas in Turkey. Trillions lost from 401k. And this generation has never, ever seen anything like this before. I'm going to do a separate video because I realized that people listen to me, and I can't tell you I know every single move that's going to happen. I studied the Bible, I studied the economy. I can't even tell you that I saw the crash with crypto that happened last week. I did. I have been telling people I see a bigger crash happening in November with crypto and the stock market, because the reset has to happen. The reset has to happen. and I thoroughly research for the people that follow me to give them the best financial advice during this time. I want to do a whole separate video about tithing because I made a post, and I can own up to mine. I made a post on Facebook, and I've received a lot of feedback, a lot of comments, people's opinion. And the post was only about churches providing financial, pretty much education and counseling, personal counseling to deal with the mental, the body. We live in a physical body, people. Right? We live in a physical body. Gwen, if you still a moderator, if you can you block somebody for me, or not? I'll do it because I think we have a troll. But this is the thing, people, with tithing and giving. It brings God's favor if given to the right place and ministry. Reciprocity on people that's teaching you God's economic system. It is bigger than financing a church. Thank you, Gwen. A church mortgage, right? What I look at right now from tithing, because I've been in church many various years. Do not think I don't tithe. I do. But I've seen the good and the bad part of it. I've seen my tithes go to people personal purchases of things, luxury items. And now I look at what's on a person's life that I want the exchange of services to receive. And are they in giving me, in partaking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding first and foremost? Not if you tell me the utility bills for the church needs to be paid and you're not doing anything ministry wise. My opinion on that is that if members don't deem it necessary to keep the church operational expenses covered, but I'm telling people now more than ever, get you a financial education tied to where you are being taught financial education. There's a lot of people in ministry that's teaching it. One of the people that I personally tied to is Prophet Joshua Giles, because he's teaching about this economic transfer, and he's teaching about cryptocurrency. I believe on the best level he can teach on, because why I'm saying this is you really have to be careful telling people to do things, and then when the crash happens, they weren't prepared to maybe pull their money out. This thing can go so many different ways with this economy. What I'm saying is right now, we've never seen $6 a gallon gas prices in America. It's going to get worse. Again, turkey is already at $15 a gallon. Get you some food, people, that has long shelf life. Stock up on your food. Increase your cash flow. This is not the time to cut off any financial help that can get you more money out of your paycheck. This is why I talk about the home-based business that can give people a 24-hour turnaround. Now is not the time to recklessly spend your money. I promise you all, in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, this thing is going to blow out of the bottom. We see a stock market bubble. You're going to see a crypto bubble. You're going to see a real estate bubble. Going into next year, is going to be so many foreclosed houses. Gas is continuously going to increase. Groceries. See, people, you gotta pay attention. Baby formula's out. Then women's sanitary napkins are out. Roe versus Wade court decision was turned. Whether you believe in things or not, I'm talking about how it's going to affect the psyche of people moving forward. And right now, Samuel says, when a dollar collapses, your savings will be worthless. Samuel, you know, like I said, when this switch happens to central banks' digital currency, which Jerome Powell has already said, Fed chairman, the government's going to be able to strongly dictate to you exactly what you can invest in. The opportunity, for example, to get gold and silver, they might say, no, you can't do this with CBDC. The opportunity to invest in crypto, they may say no. The crypto crash was by design. It was orchestrated. People lost probably, billions or trillions in it, especially if they took out loans against their crypto, or they sold it in the red, or they just had it on a brokerage account, like Celsius. So I'm very, very careful about what I say, how I, when I go live, when I hit that button, and just telling you from experience, even the most prepared people, now more than ever, you yourself need alone time and meditation time with God. That's great if you have a pastor. That's great if you have a church home. But get in a place of alone time where you have direct communication with the infinite God for yourself, that your steps will be ordered and your mind will be strengthened through this, and your spirit as well. Now is not the time again for reckless spending. Now is not the time for a program that helps you get more money out your paycheck to say, um, you know, I think it's a scam or a pyramid scheme, especially when it has a 30-day money back guarantee. Now is not the time to twiddle your fingers on making decisions that's going to affect your financial future. And I'm going to say this, for some people, now is not the time for you to quit your jobs. I know you take great prestige in saying, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I get it. But do you know how many people jobs right now are laying off? This is where finding your spiritual connector and the favor of God comes in. And guess what? Even if you are tied into the right person or place or ministry, God says, I reign on the just and the unjust. He will strengthen you. The Spirit will strengthen you to sustain. There are rich people and poor people alike fighting depression, oppression, insecurities. Rich and poor. So people, make financial plans. Now is not the time to be on the Think and Grow Rich. I heard Grant Cardone say this once. Think, think and grow rich, think and grow rich. Now is not the time to just be saying affirmations without the correct corresponding actions. And now is the time for you, again, to have some physical protection and spiritual protection. To take time, a long time, and commune and meditate and talk to God yourself. Because people, America, the Babylon has fallen. The transfer of power is China, the dragon that has the gold, and Russia that has the oil, and Russia and China are connected. Financially, America has been on top for years. It has ruled and it's reigned. That season is over with. There are going to be some parts of America that looks like third world countries. And people are still, as soon as, sports go off, as soon as and I have to be somewhere, so let me end this live stream. As soon as the NBA stops, then they get you all with, I saw Omarion and whoever the other singer, Mario, or the battle of the singers. People, they so easily distracted. And I want you to ask yourself, for example, what happened to the millionaires that was made in 2019 through cryptocurrency? This is why, even if you do everything you need to do in this transfer of wealth, you need to have a personal one-on-one relationship with the infinite God for yourself. Because there are some things you go through in life and you're going to look around and you're going to be alone. And you're going to have to find your place with God. You're going to have to ask him to, and I hate to say him because a spirit is not masculine or feminine, but you're going to ask the spirit, infinite intelligence, to order your steps. Now is not the time to cut off divine connections to people that's pouring into you, both financially, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Now is not the time for you to sit back and be afraid to tell people about financial services that can help them in this recession, in this depression, unless it's a scam. Unless it's a scam. Now is not the time to be sitting under voices that's not teaching you how to prosper God's way. That's not teaching you financial education. That's not giving you a foresight about what's happening. That's not talking about this economy. That want to just shout over it and bypass it. Because again, Isaiah 45:7 says, I, the Lord, I create both good and evil. I do all of these things. Some people act like recessions never happen in the Bible, or they never happen to children of God. So people, prepare and plan and take this serious, because it is. Take this serious because it is. $15 of gas in Turkey. And guess what? Even if you're, and take it serious for the people that's not, because even if, people have a certain mindset, they think just positive thinking is enough. You're going to have friends and family members that you're going to have to be strong for. So positive thinking is a positive. It's a part. But you need to prepare. So, you all, I have somewhere to be. So I just felt led. $15 of gas in Turkey, $15 a gallon gas in Turkey. Also, what's happening in those other countries, they can't afford their utilities. Natural gas prices has increased. Electrical bills are off the chain. And America, the Babylon, has fallen. It just really have, the rain. And I tell people, this is the 50th Jubilee coming in that the Bible talks about. That's why they're not drilling oil. That's why they're not going to drill and mine for gold. Because God says, my land will rest. Right? Love you too, Gwen. Appreciate you. Thank God for you all. Let's keep a community of people that's connected to me. You all pray for one another and pray for yourselves. I'm praying for you all and for your strength as well. Strength in your spirit, man, and in your mindset. But people, please prepare. I'm telling you now more than ever. Listen, if nothing happens in the fall, if nothing happens next year, it's better to have been prepared. You can't ever go wrong with increasing your finances, with following financial education, with investing in silver. Gold hit its all-time high today. Well, gold was at an all-time high. You can't ever go wrong with investing in assets anyway and not liabilities. You can't ever go wrong with getting a financial education. You can't ever go wrong with taking a summer to focus on your finances. And if it's ever a summer that you need to do it, it's right now. All right, you all. Love you all. I'm signing out.